Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here. Today I want to talk about the law of attraction and how to actually do it. I had a video about a month ago about how the law of attraction works from more of a scientific standpoint, but today I want to show you how to actually practice it in your everyday life. There's many ways to do the law of attraction, but I want to share with you guys the way I do it. Mine is about a 10-step process, and it involves a lot of visualization and vibrational energy. I find that vibrational energy is a really important component in the law of attraction. And if you haven't seen my first video, please check out the link and it'll explain why vibrational energy is so important in order to do the law of attraction successfully. I've been using the law of attraction in my life for so long. I feel like I've been doing it since I was a child without even knowing it. And now that I got older and just being exposed to the rules and the concepts and the ideas that people share with me, I realize I'm like, this is what I've been doing my whole life. This is how I was able to get out of my situation when I was young into a much better situation that I've created for myself. So a story that I want to share with you guys on how the law of attraction has actually worked for me is with the Oneness Center. About maybe 7 years ago, when I first started Shador, my event planning company, I used to plan events at a place called the Enjoy Center here in Edmonton. At the Enjoy Center, it's like a greenhouse, event space, cafe, retail, all in one beautiful greenhouse location, and it's just beautiful and vibrant. And I used to think to myself that, when I get more successful with event planning, I would love to have a space like this of my own. I wanted to create a space where I could bring people together, host beautiful events for them, because events are just so happy, right? Like the energy from it, it's amazing. But I wanted people to hold their events there. I wanted to have a space I could lease out to other tenants. I wanted to have a little cafe there, like clothing store, dress store, and I would imagine all of this, and I would see all the people in my mind, and I would feel so happy. As the years went by and I was doing more weddings, I probably started envisioning it less because I was just so wrapped up in my work. But you know what's funny? It's like when I imagined it and I put out that energy, it actually kept working. It never stopped. And so when I did Brew and Bloom, and then we got the building downtown, and then all of this came together, one day I woke up and I realized, oh my gosh, this was my dream that I had 7 years ago. Like, this space downtown is a manifestation of what I envisioned, and it was just so touching and so powerful when I realized what had happened. If we look at the space now, I have an event center in the back where I want to give these educational seminars or tools for people to grow and learn about themselves. We have Brew and Bloom, the floral cafe, a beautiful location. I have the dress store going on the top, and I'm leasing out other parts of the building to other tenants. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is actually happening. And even though I stopped imagining it, it happened. I was never concerned about how it was going to happen, but now fast forward 7 years, I see how it all unfolded, and it's just so amazing and beautiful. And now I just want to share the story with everybody, and I want to hear about how other people have achieved their dreams and their manifestation. And I hope that with this 10-step method that you guys are able to incorporate this into your lives and manifest your most beautiful and amazing life possible, because we all deserve it and we can all get it. That's the beauty of it all. I'm just so excited to share with you guys. And if you guys have any successes with this, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. So the great thing with the law of attraction is you don't have to worry about the details. You really only have to worry about the end result. When I first started daydreaming about the Oneness Center, I didn't worry about how I was gonna fund it. I mean, at that time, I only had like $100 in my account. I had no money. All I worried about was the final product, and I just kept envisioning it anyways because, you know, I thought whether or not it works, I just felt good. I just felt like I had a dream to work towards, and just envisioning it just made me feel good. I didn't feel like, how am I gonna do this? Is this even achievable or possible? No, I just lived in this fantasy world that I had in my head as if it was a reality. So I'll show you guys how I did that. I've created 10 steps to help manifest the life of your dreams, and I'll take you guys through them using my personal example. Step 1, know what you want. For me, it was a space that people can come together and enjoy it with their friends and family. Step 2, take a mental screenshot of the final product in your mind. For me, I saw the cafe, I saw the event space, I saw the clothing stores, I saw the other tenants. I saw this beautiful building where we all came together to open up businesses to help the public. That's what I saw. Step 3, describe it in as much detail as possible. Now, with that mental picture in your mind, you almost have to like see it as if it was a real picture and that you're holding in your hand, and you have to describe that picture with as much detail as possible. Like, what does the cafe sell? What kind of events are at the event space? What kind of other businesses am I gonna be housing in this space? Like, I would describe it in as much detail as possible. Step 4, place yourself inside the photo. So now I took myself inside this photo where I described as much detail as possible, and I walked around. I looked at everything. I was in there, I was living it in my mind. Step 5, now describe what's happening around you. Now for me, I see the people in the space. I see the events that are happening, how happy they are. I see like the mother and daughter having coffee and snacks at the cafe. I see people buying their dresses. I was standing in the middle of my space, but I just felt the energy and everyone walking around me, and I saw what they were doing. Step 6, now describe how you feel. So for me, as I'm standing in this space and watching the people around me and how happy they are, and that I was able to help build this happiness for them, in my head, I felt so grateful. I felt so happy. I felt so much love. I felt so proud. I felt just amazed by everything that I've created. And I felt all that in my head for me in this space. Step 7, now interact with your space. Now that you're feeling this love, gratitude, appreciation, and just awe for what you've created, and now instead of standing there, interact, walk around your space, talk to the people, start walking and doing everything as if you were there. You know, for me, I started managing things. I started walking around seeing what people need help with. I started setting up the events. I just started like living in that world. Step 8, now imagine someone you love in your head and imagine how they feel for you with this world that you've created. For me, I would imagine my mom. I would think about how proud she was of me, and with the space I've created, I would put her in the space and her walking with me, and I would feel her emotions and how proud she was of me. This is a really important step because in step 6 and 7, you're creating and fostering your own vibrational energy in this space. But now in step 8, I'm now using my mom's vibrational energy of her feelings of love, happiness, gratitude, and everything that she would feel for me, and combining it with my own feelings to amplify my abilities to do law of attraction. Now you're combining your energy with their energy, and 1 + 1 in vibrational energy is 10. Okay, so number 9. Now you have to imagine other people and what you can do for others using your dreams. So for me, with this space, I imagined all my friends and family and what I could do for them, all the events they'll have there, all the happiness that they will have, because I want to do amazing things for people. And with the extra money that I'd be making, I wanted to somehow use it to make their lives happy. And by imagining that, I don't know about you, but it makes me feel so good, because the reasoning behind everything should be for the betterment of others. Honestly, that's how it should be. So that's a really important step. After you imagine someone you love and how proud they are, now in step 9, you have to imagine what you can do for others. And then with that energy that you feel, that gratitude, that ability to help others, the ability to make other people happier, you can also use that to help you attract. It's really effective. And this is part of the community spectrum that I have in my first video. It's really important to give back to the community. A lot of things are karma, and what you do for others, you will get back. If you can even visualize the things you can do for others in your mind, and when it happens and you execute it, it's just so much more powerful. So please don't forget what you can do for others in this world that you've achieved. It's a really important step. Okay, and number 10. Now you have to imagine this as many times as possible. Every day, because and the thing is, when you imagine it, things don't have to be set in stone. You can move it around your mind. You can be like, now I want this door. Now I want this to happen. It's beautiful that things are not concrete. You can move things around. You can play with it. You can interact with it differently. But the point is to live in this world in your mind. It's a beautiful world. It's a safe world. It's a glorious world. It's a world that you're happy and everybody's happy. So just try to live in it as much as possible. I know at first it might be hard, because you could be like, okay, I need to do this and this and this in order to manifest. But like with everything, it's a muscle in your head. And the more that you do it, I feel like the more it just becomes automatic. I feel like I practice it every day for as long as I can. When I cook, I do it. Before sleep, I do it. When I wake up, I do it. When I drive, I do it. It's just that muscle that's just so automatic. And what's amazing about this is its compounding effects. When you do it once, it's a little hard at first, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. And the more effective it is, especially when you combine it with a higher vibrational energy. You just see the results so fast and so immediate. So those are my 10-step processes in order to use the law of attraction. I hope that was good. I hope my explanations were clear. I find that what I use differently in my attraction process is I use a lot of vibrational energy. I use my own vibrational energy of feeling love, gratitude, happiness. I use those loved ones around me in my visualization to add to it. And I use, even like, the more people you can use, I find the better. And again, like if you watch my first video, it really explains why it happens and why it's so important. Anyways, thank you so much, you guys, for listening to my video. I hope it was informative, and I hope this works for you guys as much as it has worked for me. And I would love to hear if you guys have tried it and what your comments are. I'm always trying to improve, and I'm always looking for better ways to help people. So I would love any feedback that you guys have. Okay? Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.